the Africa Cup of Nations 2019. South Africa, of course, losing 1-0 to Morocco. Now, what that does is it puts Bafana Bafana's campaign in jeopardy. They now have to rely on other results in other groups to try and get through to that last 16. So we dipped into Twitter just to see what your reaction to that was. So let's take a look at Plugger. It's an appreciation post, boy, and this is Tim Minkosi Lorch. Of course, the player of the season for last season had absolutely no game time for South Africa at the current Afcon, and that has been a concern for South African fans that the best player, as judged by his own peers in the PSL, couldn't even get off the bench when it came to the Afcon 2019 competition. Let's go deeper into your tweets. Let's go to Tato. Now, this tweet says, Bafana Bafana itloka system ya Carling Black Label. I think we should vote. Now, if you know football, you know that the Carling Black Label Cup, that's a cup where fans vote for both Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates starting lineup. Now, that's what Tato reckons should be happening at the Bafana Bafana national level, because obviously the system looks broken and it's not working as we, the fans, see it. In other tweets, let's go to Cahill. Meet Minkosi Lorch. He's the South African footballer who won Player of the Season in the PSL. Now, along with a cash prize of 450,000 rand, he also won himself an all-expenses-paid holiday to Egypt to watch Bafana Bafana play at the Afcon 2019. Now, that is, of course, the views of South African football fans, wondering why Minkosi Lorch, the Player of the Season from last season, is spending all that time on the bench without being given any sort of substitutes role coming into any games. On the lighter side of those tweets, we dipped into a Broken Arrow, and she reckons she'll be waiting for Bafana Bafana at OR Tambo at the airport. Hashtag RSA versus Morocco, and she's got, of course, 2 stones in her hand just to symbolize how she's feeling about the current level of performances from Bafana Bafana. In other tweets, we go to Tebuho. Now, this is one of the funniest ones. It says there was no way Bafana Bafana players would miss the Durbin July. Basically meaning they booked a long time ago, and there was no way they're going to miss the Durbin July and take that, or rather take the pyramid scene in terms of Egypt, opposed to the Durbin July, where there's obviously alcohol flowing and other things for football players to do. So that is Tebuho's view of what's happening on the national level. In another funny one, Paul Lucid reckons this is a rare picture of South African football fans going to a football tournament. Of course, everybody has their calculators out, and this has become the custom for South African football fans. They need to get their calculators out just to try and calculate if so-and-so wins and the other team draws, can we try and get in via that sort of system? And that was Paul Lucid. And in the last tweet that we managed, this one comes from the MEC for Education right here in Gauteng, Panyaza Lisufi. Now, he says, I am told Lebogang Mutiba looks like a Model C version of Thamsanqa Ngagabuza, and it's not me. Hashtag Bafana. Now, that one was a tweet that really broke the internet, you could say, just in terms of the fact that Mutiba is a better-looking version of Thamsanqa Ngagabuza, a player, of course, who scored just 11 goals in 95 appearances for Orlando Pirates. And this is Panyaza Lesufi basically likening Lebogang Mutiba, who's a South African striker, to Thamsanqa Ngagabuza. That's where we leave your tweets.